My eyes shoot open. Like every morning, I panic for a few seconds, thinking that I might have overslept. But I haven't. Delilah is fast asleep next to me. There is no shouting for me to get up. There is no banging on the door. I smile and kiss her forehead. We've never slept next to each other like this before. Always thought we'd keep that for the wedding night. Well, not that anything happened, but it's nice waking up next to someone like this. Especially her. I watch her sleepy smile and get up as quietly as I can. I head towards the kitchen, where I find her mother making breakfast and ask if there's anything I can help with. Delilah's parents wanted me to know that no matter what happens, I'll always have a place here. Right now, they're still in contact with CPS trying to sort things out. The teacher was fired, but the damage had been done. I'm officially kicked out, and everyone at school knows everything now. I'm just glad Delilah goes to a different school, seemingly one where everyone is civil, even if they don't all agree with her being gay. My school I can't say the same for. A large group of students gathered together and decided that something needed to be done about me. On my way to a locker, they got a bag over my head so that I couldn't see who did what. It went on for what felt like hours, and Delilah's parents came looking for me when I didn't come home on time or answer my phone. My dad found me, and they took me out of the school immediately. For now, I'm just spending some time at home. It's been a while since the incident. I had to talk to so many people. So many people. The police got involved, but there really isn't much they can do in a case like this. I look at Delilah's mother while she's busy flipping pancakes, and feel a heaviness come over me. Thanks, Mrs. S., for everything, I say, for the millionth time. She puts a hand on my shoulder, smiles and nods as if to say, "Don't worry about it," and turns back to her pancakes. Delilah's parents are both amazing people. When her dad found me, I thought he was going to kill someone. He was so angry. No one has ever cared about my safety like that. Hell, even her mother looked like she was going to strangle the officer for telling her that they couldn't do anything. Not that it was his fault. Everyone starts filing into the kitchen, one by one. As soon as breakfast is ready, we all sit down together and say a quick prayer. Before I met Delilah's parents, I wasn't sure I believed in a God. But seeing this much love and kindness, seeing humanity like this for the first time might have me changing my mind. Amen, I hear, and Delilah's hand lingers for a second longer before letting go of mine. "So you wanted to talk to us?" her dad asks. "Yes," I say, and although I don't need to, I feel nervous. My mother smiles at me, and I feel a bit better. "Well, you know that I've been thinking about what to do from here on out." I feel Delilah's hand on mine again, and the fear melts away instantly. And, well, Delilah and I have been working on an idea together. Well, more than an idea. I wanted to test it first to see if it would gain any traction, so I sort of tested it ahead of time. "What is it?" her dad asks, and there's no harshness in his voice. "An art class," I tell him. "You're going to give lessons?" her mother asks. "That's a great idea." "You really think so?" "Of course it is," Delilah chimes in, smiling excitedly. "She's right," I hear her dad saying in between eating. "Well, like I said, we tested it, and there's already people signing up. Quite a few, actually. Krista has a spot she can use as a venue, and from there, people can order drinks from her cafe. That could really work. But can you teach?" That's the other thing we tested. Delilah introduced me to some of her friends from school, and we had a session where I showed them some basics. Apparently it went really well, I say. "You've already done all of this?" her mother asks. "Well, I've never had this much free time before. I always had schoolwork and housework to do that took up most of the day. So now I have pretty much all day to work on what matters to me," I tell her. "As long as you're still getting enough sleep," she says. "I've never slept better," I say, smiling at Delilah. She blushes and her dad pretends to whistle and looks away. I roll my eyes, but I'm still smiling. They don't believe us when we insist nothing is happening up in her room. Well, I guess it's our room now. We finish up breakfast while I explain the details of the plan for the first lesson. Afterwards, I thank everyone again, and Delilah and I head to get ready for the day. I've been helping her out in the bookstore as things have gotten busier and busier. For the time being, I'm helping her out with some basic bookkeeping, but eventually she'll need a real accountant. She doesn't know yet, but I found a few people that she can talk to about publishing once her book is done. She hasn't so much as thought about it yet, just been enjoying writing. It'll be a nice surprise for her when she's done. Finally dressed and ready, Delilah and I head out hand in hand, walking to the mall. On the first day that I got there, her parents noted that I was wearing shoes that are bad for walking. They were right. Without realizing it, they'd scarred the back of my feet. They got me a pair of sneakers the next day. It's not that my own parents didn't have the money for proper shoes, but they just insisted on buying the cheapest things they could find every time. I still don't understand why. At the mall, we're greeted by Krista, and the three of us walk to the arcade. They've been adding new things, including but not limited to more vending machines for Delilah, a takeaway place that specializes in Asian dishes, not authentic, but run and operated by various people of Asian descent, who all contribute different ideas to each dish, and then an area for laser tag. They're thinking of adding a ball pit or some sort of play area for younger kids. I'm not sure it's their best idea. Not a lot of parents come here, but maybe it could be an attraction if it's supervised. Still not sold on the idea, but it's not up to me. Krista and I set up the tables, and I get out my various art supplies for the lesson. Each person is taking home their own small, square canvas, and the rough sketch, and the notes I printed out for them. But the art supplies stay with me once they're done. I go over the lesson plan one more time in my head, checking my notes to make sure I hit all the points, and I nailed it. Delilah, after setting up her own business for the day, comes to give me a kiss on the cheek and tell me good luck one last time. I sit and wait patiently, and within the next 20 minutes, all the students come slouching in one by one. They're mostly women, mostly aged between their mid-20s and early 40s. I welcome each individual client, tell them to sit and make themselves comfortable, and I wait for the last student to arrive while they sit down and chat a little bit with each other. Throughout the lesson, whenever I get nervous, I glance over at Delilah, feel better, and take another quick look at my own notes before carrying on. Everyone gets a small drink for free and a complimentary item from one of the vending machines, but most of them end up ordering more things at their own expense. The lesson was scheduled for about 3 hours, and it takes just a little bit longer for the last student to finish. As I watch the last student leave, I breathe a sigh of relief and glance over at Delilah one last time, where she's smiling and giving me a thumbs up. Then I get to cleaning the tables and reassembling them how they usually are. It's still pretty early in the morning. A lot of the students are probably used to sleeping in on weekends, and I let them know that the next lesson would be later in the day, to which I generally got the reply, "Thank goodness," or something along those lines. I check with Krista to see if the tables are okay, and as soon as she nods in approval, I'm over at Delilah's side again. I spend the rest of the day dusting off books, cleaning the floors, greeting customers, and ringing up books. I take note of every purchase, including earlier ones from when I was still busy with lessons. During a quick bathroom break, I sneak out and go make my first real purchase. A large, quality stuffed bear for Delilah. I promised myself that I would get her something nice, and she has an obsession with stuffed animals ever since I got her the stuffed cat from the claw machine. At least I'll always know what to get her as a gift. Everything else earned for the day I will keep in a savings account until I can figure out a broader plan. Just my luck, Delilah's out when I come back. She put up a back in 5 minutes sign, which I removed. I place the giant bear casually on the counter next to the till and wait for customers to come in. Upon entering the store again and seeing the bear, she starts to laugh as she takes the doll out from behind her back. She had had the exact same idea that I had, except for the fact that I like dolls, not teddy bears. Well, it's not as if I play with them, but they're always so perfect, and I always wanted to start a collection, but never had the money to do so. She hugs me and I kiss her, and we stand next to each other behind the till waiting for customers, hand in hand and both beaming until the end of the day. After the last customer leaves, we start to pack up and lock everything for the day, before heading to Krista to see if she still needs help with anything. Aside from a few tables that need cleaning, she's done. She offers us a ride home, which we accept, as always. Back at her house, we knock to let everyone know we're there, but there is no answer. Could they be out somewhere? I ask, and Delilah shrugs, still holding the teddy bear. I carefully go in and flip the light switch while she waits outside, and almost immediately have a heart attack, and dozens of people jump out at me yelling, "Surprise!" in unison. Sorry I didn't say anything, I hear behind me. Once the shock wears off, I look around. They put up a giant banner saying congratulations, and there are balloons and streamers everywhere. They even bought a huge cake with my name on it. I start tearing up and feel Delilah's hand on my back. We brought as many people as we could, her mother explains. Even some of your family members who were on your side. And some of the people from your previous school. I know you weren't exactly friends, but they came out here just to ask if you were okay after what happened. They've been coming here regularly, so we told them that maybe you weren't ready for so many people. I look around to see who's there. I recognize a few of the faces, some I only know vaguely. Krista also snuck into the crowd. I hadn't noticed that she didn't drive away until now. She probably came around the back. I smile and squeeze Delilah's hand. Thank you, everyone. You have no idea how much this means to me. Not all of us know each other that well, but you all came here tonight just for me. I can't wait to get to know all of you, become good friends with everyone here. They all do a small cheer, and then Delilah's dad steps up and insists that I sit down and have some cake. Someone brings out a paper crown for me, and I laugh as I put it on. Delilah looks so happy and so proud. I can't wait to throw the same type of celebration for her the moment her manuscript gets accepted for publishing. After the party is ended and everyone is on their way home, I help clean up as much as Delilah's parents will allow me, but mostly they just want me to get into bed and get a good night's rest. After a quick bath, I do, and Delilah soon follows. I feel warm and snug in the new pajamas that they picked out for me. Delilah insists on keeping the bear on the bed, but there is enough space for all of us. She kisses me on the cheek, and I kiss her hand, and we fall asleep holding each other. I know everything is going to be okay now, no matter what.